Motul Racing Lab is a mobile laboratory that we bring to the most extreme events that we support. Engine oil is like the blood on the human body. Anything that's wrong on the human body can be seen on a blood test. Anything that's wrong in the engine can be seen on an oil analysis. The Racing Lab has traveled with us quite far, and there's millions of stories around it. I can perfectly remember one that happened not long ago. We had a bike rider that came right after a very long stage, if I recall correctly.
He brought an oil sample which we had analyzed in our lab. The result was that we found quite some amount of water which wasn't supposed to be there. So we asked ourselves, well, where does this water come from? We had a closer look with the mechanic, and he said, sorry, but there is no leak. There is no outside leak. We don't see any hint where the water might come from.
It was quite weird. The engine was running normally. It wasn't overheating. There was no white smoke coming out of the exhaust. The rider had to go out in the next morning, and we were running into very late hours in the day. He started really freaking out about the situation.
The problem was we could not properly investigate this concern because there were massive time constraints. The idea we came up with was to use Motul radiator stop leak, which is able to close tiny little holes or leaks in the water circuit. And next morning the pilot started, and he made it all the way to the next stage without any trouble.
This is basically the reason why we have the lab on site. It allows us to have research and development to produce new products, but the fact of being able to help the riders on problems that you couldn't imagine or you couldn't find a solution in such a short period of time allowed this rider specifically to get the bike rolling for the next day and finish the Dakar.